everybody, it's the Vivacious Liz, and today I'm just going to be showing you guys how I moisturize and seal my hair on freshly relaxed hair or freshly straightened hair. And if you don't know what a moisturize and seal is, it's when you take a hair lotion or a leave-in and you put it on your hair first, and then you take an oil and put it over top to seal in the moisture. Moisturize and seal. So, what I use is a wide tooth comb, just like this. Why it's called a wide tooth comb is because the teeth in between are farther apart than a traditional comb. And mostly these are shower combs. They use them in the shower, and which would make sense because they're mostly used for detangling. But I use it for everything because it's a lot easier and it's a lot less stress on your hair. That's why if you hear people talking on their hair journey about my wide tooth comb and things like that instead of a fine comb, because a fine comb, when you pull on the hair, especially at the root with the new growth, or if you're natural hair, if you pull on your hair, it can cause breakage and can yank on your hair. This is a lot easier and just slides right through. Or if you do have a problem, it can go through a lot easier than with a fine comb, because then you have like 15 in between of these instead of just 2. So it's a lot less damaging on your hair. That's why wide tooth combs are very important for when you're doing your hair journey. Next, I have my Infusium 23. It's pink because it's breast cancer month, and it's the Repair and Renew one. It has this is a protein, which means this rebuilds my hair. I was gonna choose the moisturizer one, but I decided against it because I have a lot of things that moisturize, so I decided I'm going to do a protein instead. So this is also very important. Well, this is important, but protein in general is important for your hair. Some people are protein sensitive, and I am protein sensitive, so I don't use a lot of protein. But this is a light protein, so it's not very, very harsh on your hair, and it gives the right amount of protein to rebuild the relaxer. Because regardless on if you think your hair is super healthy, if you have a relaxer, it's not. You need to keep getting that protein because the protein is broken down to chemically straighten your hair. Next, I have my Organic Root Stimulator Olive Oil Moisturizing Lotion. This is what I use as the moisture. I love Organic Root Stimulator. I think it's the best thing since sliced bread. It is amazing for your hair. It's very moisturizing. It's not too thick and it's not too thin. So there's that. And I'm running out of this one, but I just got a new one. So then I have, as the sealant, I have coconut oil. And I don't use this brand. I just like the bottle because the bottle has an applicator at the top. It's open. It can open, twist open, and then it can twist close, which is very important because if this gets all over the place, it's not coming out, or it's just going to not be a fun time. So I just put the coconut oil in here, and what I use is the extra virgin coconut oil. It's completely natural and pure. You can cook with it. You can do whatever you want with it. It's amazing. It comes in a big jar. They're kind of expensive. It's like $10 for the huge jar, but I don't use a lot of the time, so, and I don't even fill this when I refill them. So yeah, and then I have a little hair tie. So what I do, I'm not going to do my entire head because I'm not going to sleep, and I normally do this right before I go to bed. And what I do is I put my hair in a ponytail all the way in the back of my head, and I put it up high. And I section off just like this. Say this was my ponytail. What I do is I section off each section right here, and I would work with this section and put this back in a ponytail. So what I'm gonna do instead of that, so that because you guys won't be able to see it in the back of my head, I'm just gonna put all this hair in a ponytail, and then I'm gonna take just this section. I'm gonna work with this section. So what I do is I take a wide tooth comb and comb it through, and I don't normally go from root to tip like this. I start from the bottom because the bottom has the least amount of kinks than the top does, especially when you are post-relax for a few weeks. So you would start from the bottom and then go up and go up all the way up until you think you have everything out, and then it's easier that way because it's less, once again, less straining on your hair. So once I've had that combed out, I take my Infusium 23. This is because I have so much moisture going into my hair, I need a little bit of protein to balance it out at least a little bit. So I take it and take just a tiny bit, just 3 drops. It comes out like water. It's just like a cloudy water. If you can see it. there. And I put it in my hands like this. And put it all the way out, especially on my ends. But I try to put a little bit on my roots because they just went through a relaxer. So it's very important to make sure that's there. And then, once again, I comb through again. I don't like when my hair is tangled, so I make sure that it's working like that. Okay. So then, next, I take my organic root stimulator, oil, moisturizing lotion, and I take a little bit. I really don't take a lot of this stuff because you don't want the hair to be weighed down. Take a little bit. It's that much, not even the size of my nail. And then I take it, put it on both of my fingers, both hands of my fingers, just like that. Oh, that's too much. Both my fingers, and I run it throughout. I start about halfway for some reason, but I like it better that way, and then I go up, I go all the way down, and then I come back up and go farther and farther up. Just like that, and I focus on my ends once again because your ends really do need moisture, as well as your roots. But I do mostly I put coconut oil at my roots, so make sure that's all in there. Do a little twist of my ends. So then I comb through again. I comb through again just to evenly distribute and to make sure there's no kinks. So then lastly I take my coconut oil and put it on my hands. And the one thing about coconut oil that you need to be careful of is, because it's not really that you need to be careful, but you need to be wary of and know about, is that coconut oil, when it's colder in the room or outside, it becomes a solid. It tenses up and becomes a solid, and you need to warm it up. So like do this, put it under your armpit, whatever you need to do to warm it up, warm it up. So I've warmed mine up. I went like this and warmed it up earlier before I started making the video, and there's a little bit of liquid in there. You can't really see it, but then I take a little bit, 3 drops, and then I just wipe off the rest and put it in my palms and do the same. And that's it. That's all that a moisturize and seal is, but it's very important so that you do get the right amount of moisture into your hair. Make sure you get your ends again. I'm just going to do, because I have a little bit extra, just a little bit right here. But that's all a moisturize and seal is. It really is beneficial to your hair. It moisturizes your hair, and it gets all the necessary nutrients that you need for when you have a relaxer or natural hair. Moisturize and seal anyone can do. And it's really easy, and it's really awesome. And I'm glad you watched my video. So like, subscribe, favorite, all that stuff. I'm sorry it was a little long, but I wanted to make sure that everyone understood everything that was going on. So thanks so much for watching. Bye!